We have a huge New York Jets free agency update as free agency is right around the corner starting this Monday. The Jets are reportedly very interested in bringing back right tackle Morgan Moses. They had him in the building this week for a physical. He passed the physical, and according to Jets insider Rich Cimini of ESPN, the Jets and Morgan Moses are interested in a reunion, and I'm here to tell you guys why this is a really big deal. If the Jets are able to bring back Morgan Moses, this Jets offensive line is absolutely set. Let's talk about it. Before we get deeper into the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe here to Jets Media, folks, and comment down below your thoughts. Do you want the New York Jets to bring back Morgan Moses? I'm assuming every Jets fan is going to say yes to that question, because why would you not want to bring back a man that plays through every single injury, who's an absolute stud at right tackle, a veteran presence? We're going to get deep into Morgan Moses and the overall offensive line heading into free agency. So let's get straight into business. This is the report from Rich today on X. He says, with free agency approaching, the Jets remain in talks with right tackle Morgan Moses per source. He's important because there's no obvious replacement on the roster and the right tackle market is thin. Moses, who had a sprained knee last season, recently passed a Jets physical. So this is great news for a lot of different reasons, folks. As Rich said, there's not a lot of options out there in free agency to replace Morgan Moses. So this is why the Jets got to bring him back, because if they do not bring him back and he walks in free agency, then the Jets have a gaping hole at right tackle. There's not a lot of people on the open market to replace him, and then the Jets will be forced to go into the draft or maybe be creative and trade for a right tackle, because you look at the Jets offensive line right now, every single position is pretty much set outside of right tackle. From left tackle to right guard, it is absolutely loaded up. We made a video on the channel a few weeks ago about this, that I was very impressed with the entire offensive line last year, and there's so much upside with this offensive line in general because of the new coaching staff, a brand new offensive line coach, new scheme, and of course, all the players on this offensive line are young with upside. Talking about Olu Fashanu. In his limited sample size last year, he looked like an absolute stud. A polished left tackle, was able to sit and learn behind Tyron Smith, who is a generational left tackle, and he was able to go out there and plug in and protect Aaron Rodgers' blind side beautifully. Now, of course, he had some rookie mistakes here and there, and he had that injury, which he's got to stay healthy, but at left tackle, we are set for the future, and I'm very excited about the upside of Olu. Talking about John Simpson, that was a fantastic signing from Joe Douglas last year in free agency. At left guard, he's physical, a mauler in the run game, a leader, somebody that embodies being a New York Jet. That's a great pickup by Joe Douglas last year. And then at center, the second-round pick, Joe Tippmann. He is becoming the franchise center before our very eyes. Jets fans have been starving for a franchise center since Nick Mangold hung up the cleats back in, 2015-16. So we're waiting for our guy, and Joe Tippmann is here, and he is going to be the floor general of that offensive line for the foreseeable future. And then you talk about first-round pick Alijah Vera-Tucker at right guard. I mean, this is a man that has all-pro potential if he can stay healthy. He played pretty well last season, and I think that the best is yet to come for Alijah Vera-Tucker, who's been dealing with a lot of injuries throughout his career. And I know that some Jets fans be like, Richie, you're overrating this offensive line. They weren't that great last year. The offensive line was pretty good last season. If you look at the metrics and you add the context of the terrible coaching staff, having Keith Carter coaching these people, I mean, now we got real coaches in charge of this offensive line, and I think the talent that they have is perfect. And now you add in a potential Morgan Moses returning, who's a rock at right tackle, and then the Jets can probably go into day number 2 or day 3 in the NFL draft a tackle and let him sit and learn behind Morgan Moses, similar to how the Jets drafted Olu last season, had him sit and learn behind Tyron Smith. Or maybe the Jets even want to go higher in the draft, even if they bring back Morgan Moses to get the right tackle for the future. I think that Morgan Moses coming back would be absolutely massive, and this is another element to the Jets offensive line if Morgan Moses comes back, which in my opinion is one of the biggest factors to a successful offensive line. Continuity. We'll have all 5 offensive linemen coming back, and the offensive line is a position that needs chemistry. They need to communicate. They need to understand when to expect twists and stunts and when to, switch off their guy and help each other. And I feel like the communication and the continuity, having the same 5 come back this season, is only going to improve this offensive line. And obviously, we don't know who the quarterback is going to be. It could be Justin Fields. It could be all these other guys. That's going to get solved. But whoever the quarterback is, we should feel good about this offensive line if Morgan Moses is back. Not only protecting the quarterback, but in the run game perspective with Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis. So you guys let me know your thoughts about this report. Hopefully the Jets can bring back Morgan Moses, man, because that would be a really big deal, because now all 5 of the Jets offensive linemen would be set heading into free agency and the NFL draft, and the only thing the Jets would have to worry about is getting depth pieces behind all these players. Get a backup tackle, backup guard, backup center, and that's pretty easy to figure out if you're all 5 5 positions are pretty much set. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, and let's hope Morgan Moses is back starting off this free agency this week. I'll see you guys next time, and let's go Jets. Peace.